Namaste. I'm Ezechi Ade. This is the Golden Circle Movement Channel. I'd like to discuss dark forces. Now, I don't know if what I saw was a demon, but it had a lot of power. It was able to pick me up and push me back. So, for all intents and purposes, we'll call what I saw a demon. Now, in order to preserve the anonymity of other interested parties, I will not use any names and I won't say any locations. I'm going to be kind of non-specific, but yet I will tell you what happened. So, I encountered a beast, we'll call it, when performing a Kotodama, the Amatsu Norito, the prayer of heaven. So, as I was saying the prayer, I was hoping to cleanse and purify the home. So I gave light to the children. Then I proceeded through the apartment and gave light throughout the apartment. And as I reached the living room, a dark mass emerged from the closet. It ran along the wall and I could see it physically right there, not like in my mind's eye. I could see this dark mass. It was so dark, it was darker than the shadows in the room. It then came for me. It came right at me and hit me in the chest. It pushed me against the wall and tried to choke me out. As it was choking me, I was trying to call my wife. I was telling her that it's in the living room, but my words came out garbled. That's all she could understand, is that something was happening with me. She just didn't know what. So she got me to calm down, got me to tell her what was going on. And I told her that the being that we felt and we could hear making footsteps in the kitchen, we could hear it. It is now in the living room and it is malevolent. So we joined hands, my twin flame and myself. We went into the living room chanting the Amatsu Norito, the prayer of heaven. It did keep it at bay for a while. We said many rounds of the Amatsu Norito, about 3 or 4 rounds, and we got tired. We went to the room and we rested for the evening. The next evening, after telling our host about what had happened, they wanted to see for themselves, so I began chanting the Amatsu Norito. The lady of the house collapsed. She passed right out. She fell without even trying to catch herself. Boom! And her husband tried to revive her. The more I said the Amatsu Norito, I could feel something was coming over me, a spirit of an ancestor, someone who was deeply sad and deeply troubled, and it caused me to weep horribly. Just weep, weep, weep. So long, so hard, it made my ribs hurt the next day. But I was able to regain my composure and began giving light to our fallen hostess. And as she received light, the being spoke through her and said, "She belongs to me. You can't have her. She belongs to me." And that was a little troubling to hear, but we continued on. And we got her into the room, onto the bed, and we tried to revive her, but we just couldn't get her to come out of the trance that this being had her in. We were still doing the Amatsu Norito. Even my daughter was awakened by all of the commotion, and their daughter was awakened, who was just a baby. And so my daughter, carrying the baby, is giving light and saying Amatsu Norito. That's my daughter. So we kept the beast at bay for, I'd say, at least a good 2 or 3 hours. And then we noticed that her hand, the hostess, her hand was falling down. We kept holding her hand up and it would fall down. And she was being pulled off of the bed by a cold, dark force. So we prayed Amatsu Norito and we gave light, and finally everything subsided. And in the days since then, we alone know what we saw. We know what we experienced. And now you know, to a certain degree. But is there evil? Well, all things are relative. It's not correct to judge. So we won't even say that this is an evil being, a demon, a beast. We'll say that it is a negative force. Negativity is relative to your position in neutrality. So if you are on the positive side of neutrality, then you're a positive force. If you are on the negative side of neutrality, then you are a negative force. The magnitude of that negativity is determined by, well, many factors. The amount of negativity accumulated. So let's just say that this negative entity, this negative force, was of a magnitude where it could pick up a 180-pound person, slam them against the wall, and not quite pick me up, but have me on my tippy toes. Pull a 300-pound woman off of the bed effortlessly. We had to hold her down to keep the beast from taking her. So I would say that there is definitely dark forces, negative entities in our existence, in this world. How do we overcome such negativity? Well, we must use our intentions. We must use our tools, the light. We must use the Kotodamas, the chants that we know that bring light. Have you ever experienced a negative force, a negative entity in your life? If so, I would like to know about it in the comments. Please tell me your experiences. And as always, please subscribe to this channel. Make sure you ring the notification bell so that you know when new videos are uploaded. Thank you for your participation in this Divine Light program. Thank you for helping to create paradise on earth. Please like this video and share it with others. I'm Izichi Ade for the Golden Circle Movement channel. Namaste.